Hey guys, it's Catherine Coley here, the CEO of Binance US, and I've got something really exciting for you today. I've got Captain America, Christie Pearce Rampone here today, and I want to talk to her a little bit about her financial fitness, as well as walking through things that we can learn together, perhaps maybe buying some Bitcoin. So first off, Christie, I just want to say I'm one of the biggest fans of women's soccer. They were in the late 90s when I was beginning my budding soccer career. They were my heroes. And today they still are, which is pretty incredible. The career you've had, especially on the field, has been one that really requires a lot of fitness. And so, I'd like to say that being able to build a career as long as yours is something I absolutely aspire to. I'm not sure in crypto yet if we have gold medal rankings, but to have 3 of them under your belt is pretty incredible. So we're huge fans here at Binance US of what you've been able to do, especially captaining teams of women to achieve some of the biggest accomplishments they've had all over the world. So I'm just going to get started with a couple questions before we kick off. One of the things that I think about, especially with sports, is kind of equating it to the playing field. And one of the things about crypto is that it actually evens the playing field. Anyone can access it, which is different because most of the times in sports, you're either playing from the men's tees, the women's tees, you've got a different size soccer ball or basketball. There are a lot of differences, but in crypto, it's pretty much just a computer. So anyone is available to access this, which is something that's really equalizing. So I guess I'd like to just ask you something a little simple. What do you know about Bitcoin right now?
So I'm pretty fairly new.
There are no wrong answers.
So I would say I'm on a basic level. As we say in sports, I'm a rookie right now in Bitcoin. But what I do know that it is a digital currency that is the most popular and the most valuable, which we like to hear, and that there's a limited supply. So you kind of want to get in early. And obviously, like sports too, you just want to educate yourself. And that's why I'm so excited to talk to you.
You've got a lot of it right. We actually just saw J.K. Rowling tweet over the weekend asking us what Bitcoin was. And the community did a pretty good job of scaring her away. So,
really? I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all.
You don't take me as someone that gets scared too easily, but I'm actually really excited that you're into learning a little bit more about it. So one of the things I think about is Bitcoin was created in 2009, actually out of the last financial crisis. So while we're going through this current one, we're able to see kind of in real time why an internet-based digital asset would be worthwhile. It's cleaner, it's easier to access all over the world, it's 24/7. You can buy it, sell it, trade it from your couch in your home, which nowadays is something that I do a lot of, being stuck inside.
Nice to follow in your footsteps.
Yeah. So how does crypto in general make you feel?
I'm excited. I think as an athlete, you're always in this growth mindset and you're learning and you're trying to educate yourself. And that's what I feel right now about this with the new technology and the new advancements and just being able to go online and be in control of your own investments. I'm excited. So I do feel like I'm safe. I'm in good hands. It's secure and it's a growth process. And just like sports, it's a process, and I'm excited to go from a rookie to hopefully a veteran one day.
Financial fitness is a lot like physical fitness. You're in control of it, and it's all really up to you determining how fast you want to run, how far you want to leap. It's all up to you. So one of the things that's nice about crypto is that you're the one controlling it. You're able to access it. You're able to protect it. You're able to kind of walk your way through the journey. And one of the things at Binance US is we let you access that pretty easily. So my goal is to make sure that we make an easier access for Americans to be able to buy, trade, earn different cryptocurrencies, all from their phones with their own independence determining their financial fitness. How do you walk through, you've got daughters, right?
Yes, 2 daughters.
Apparently they're awesome. I don't know. Maybe I'm a daughter, but how do you talk to your daughters about money? And is something like crypto already on their kind of roadmap of things that they're talking about?
Well, I haven't discussed the whole crypto method yet with them. And obviously I'm learning through, so I'm excited to explore that and talk to them about that. But right now I have a 14-year-old daughter, Riley, and a 10-year-old daughter. So we talk about money a lot. I've recently went through divorce. I was the breadwinner in the house. And, as a female, I need to explain to them like the whole process of losing money and dealing with money and trying to reinvest and kind of take that deep breath to say like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
So, I've been earning since the age of 14. I've been very into work and earning my money and the value of money. And, I started investing with my first national team paycheck back in 97. So, I'm very open with them. So it's pretty cool to be able to be a female in an empowerment role and then have two female daughters that I can explain the world to them and guide them, especially investments and money, because it's crucial.
Yeah, I think around 11 was when I first started taking in some serious babysitting checks.
Yes.
And I would allocate them aside. And it was amazing, the compounding interest. I was like, wait, Mom, you mean if I put this money into an investment, it can do more work while I'm not there?
You can get something.
Wait, that's crazy. I was like, this is great. And then the rest was history. They were like,
Yes.
she'll never want to learn again. She's just figured out how to, keep earning based on what she's working on. So I think that's a great, work ethic, staying with it.
Huge.
These are all huge lessons that you really need to learn, especially early on, because as you said, life comes at you in all different ways.
Yeah, all different. Yeah,
like
absolutely.
You were able to make it through a career without, an injury ending something being devastating as well, which is incredible.
Right.
So you take your fitness really seriously, and I'm glad you take your financial
big part of
fitness.
my life.
So right now you're currently in an active role in your investments. Is that about right to say?
Yeah, I definitely took control of my life after that divorce and have very put a lot of effort into understanding the whole financial side of my life.
Yeah, it's intimidating.
It is. At first it was, but like I grasp it. I'm like taking control of it as we athletes do. And it's been fun. It's been fun educating myself and being on top of it.
Yeah. And the outcome is usually worth the investment of time put into it.
Absolutely.
I found that kind of when I was entering into the world of crypto was, okay, how much can I stay on the outside? How much can I stay on the sidelines rather than being in the game?
Right.
And there came to a point where I couldn't just watch from the sidelines and be a bystander and say like, oh, this is great. I was like, nope, I've got to train enough to be on the field and first in. And that's really what got me into Binance US, was saying this thing isn't going to build itself if I just sit and watch it. So
absolutely,
that's what we're really here building at Binance US. We've been able to lower the barriers to entry, really like reducing the fees for people to get into accessing digital assets, because it's intimidating enough. And then you learn that there are fees and you're like, wait, what? I'm already putting my money into something I don't necessarily like. It's internet-based money. And now you're going to charge a fee on top of that internet. You're like, oh, that's confusing. So at Binance US, we've lowered those fees down and been able to offer a variety. So more cryptocurrencies than just one or two, to really let you decide what you want to be investing in, getting all 30 plus digital assets that you can do your homework in. We help you guide with, different readings on each project, and then let you decide whether you want to be trading it into dollars or trading it into stable coins, which are like dollars, but they're digital. And so we kind of walk you through all the different ways that you can decide on your own on how to invest and be involved in digital assets. But it really comes down to being in the game, having skin in the game. And one of those things you kind of actively learn more is when you've got it. So we're going to get you. We're going to get you involved in the game.
Competitive, so like I need my training and then I'm in. I'm all in.
Exactly. There's a lot of that crossover between the athletic mindset, making sure that you have that discipline and stay focused, and also are controlling your emotion on the field. So that, with that said, we've had you set up your Binance US app, if that's correct. I've got mine right here.
Yes.
And we're going to see. So you're pretty excited about diversifying your investments right now.
Absolutely.
Let's step into the digital asset world together.
Okay.
So
good.
I'm going to go to the buy crypto button.
Okay. So
I'm going to go up to the top to select Bitcoin.
Okay. Go up there.
I'm going to go to the USD up in the corner because we're going to buy $100 of Bitcoin right now.
Okay, so going up there.
All right, I'm going to type in my 100. Okay. And you're going to either set it up from your available dollar balance, or if you've set up your ACH or a debit card, You can select which one you want there.
Okay, got it.
And then I'm gonna preview the purchase
Easy enough.
and
Right?
confirm the purchase. And your purchase is in progress,
And then
which
that
means
was
you've got it.
easy, simple, safe. Look at that.
So you'll get a confirmation email. You're in.
It's just the beginning.
Just the beginning. So you basically just like laced up your cleats and are now ready for the rest of the game. So
ready to go.
You can now within the app watch all of your Bitcoin prices. The easiest thing there is just to click on markets.
Right.
And then you'll see under the dollars, you'll see your Bitcoin.us. That means Bitcoin/USD.
USD, yeah.
In there.
Very cool.
And then you can watch the markets.
Usually you can see it all.
Yeah. And you can watch them all.
It's like watching a game tape.
Game tape, exactly. You'll have your highlight reel.
Right.
And you can decide what type of trader you want to be. Is this a buy and hold something for your daughters when they become 18 and they set up their first Binance US account?
Oh, yeah,
or is this an everyday Christie's adding to her position, reducing her losses, adding to her winners? It's open for anyone to decide how they want to be in their strategy with crypto, but it just lets them easily access it, turn it into dollars if they need to quickly. It's pretty straightforward. So
that's awesome. Yeah, it could be just like sports, right? We're risk takers and then we get like the consistency going. So I'm very excited about this new opportunity and this, making it aware, like you don't know all the things that are surrounded by you. So now this is definitely awareness that has been brought to me, and I'm excited to learn and grow and keep on.
Yeah. And fun fact, every 4 years there's a Bitcoin halving. Okay. So we just had, just like the Olympics. I don't know, actually, I haven't confirmed if the Olympics are now going to be off a year because
it might be off. Yeah.
I don't know. But every 4 years, we just had one last Monday where the rewards for Bitcoin get cut in half. So it becomes even harder to earn a gold medal, essentially. So which makes them even more
challenging, but I like it.
More challenging, but maybe more precious, right?
Right, yeah.
So that's kind of something interesting to keep in mind as well. But in terms of just keeping forward with your crypto literacy, as we call it, or ways to get in the game, we're going to be walking through our Education 101 series is all on our blog, which can walk you through the different components of really what is behind Bitcoin. What's inside the code that makes it so special, so secure. The idea of self-sovereignty, so that you don't have a central authority deciding how many Bitcoin are created. It's really up to you. And that's kind of our whole process now. So we will continue to see our own journeys grow with cryptocurrencies expanding around the world, but hopefully you and others will learn that it wasn't that hard. It's pretty easy, and a lot of it compares to what we talk about all day, which is our physical fitness, our personal fitness, our financial fitness.
Absolutely.
So I'm really happy to have you on our team.
Yeah, I'm excited to be on the team. I'm excited to grow and get better and learn and be in this process with you guys. It's exciting. It's so exciting to have a new adventure, and I'm ready. I'm in.
Yeah, and now your girls can say, "My mom's so cool. She bought Bitcoin."
I'm a good role model for my daughters. They can follow my footsteps.
It's super, super important, especially in this world where role models have looked like so many different types of people before we got here. Now they look like you and me. So
yeah, like I said earlier, we're on the even playing fields. Female, male, we can both do it.
Okay. Crypto's been around for the last 10 years. 10 years. Crypto exchanges in the US have been around since early 2012. Well, what's different, guys? Like, is it weird that we finally got a female-run crypto exchange in the United States, that more women are seeing the comfort in coming into cryptocurrencies? Or have we gotten to a point where women just are the breadwinners now and are taking leadership positions and are seizing these opportunities to equalize their own financial assets?
I think the shift is started. The shift of that equality and more women.
Yeah,
which is huge for us.
Equal pay is an argument that we're still fighting for.
Wow.
And one of the things is if you can't wait for the fight to be fought, just do it yourself. So
you said earlier, just get in,
just
like
get
get
in.
on the bench and go, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of bizarre to think that only about 4 years ago, I was not even into crypto. I was a junior analyst in Wall Street, making my way up through the ranks to get to vice president level, and instead said, all right, I'm going to take a leap of faith, move over to San Francisco, learn about this tech scene. It took me about a year and a half to get into an actual crypto company. Okay. And then after working there for about 2 years, I said, hold the phone. I think I have an opportunity to take this by the reins and like really do something with it. And so took this opportunity to be the CEO of a company, have, over a third women working for me. And they're so hungry and awesome. And like, they're my heroes now. It's like, you guys took a leap of faith on me, and this is awesome. And I think their enthusiasm for what we're working on and how we can get this, across America and the global partners that we work with are working on the world. So it's not like I'm just laser focused on the US and the rest of the world is being neglected. The rest of the world has an even bigger beast behind it. So Binance.com is the kind of global company. So for all your World Cup competitors that you've got, they've also got abilities to access digital assets too.
That's awesome.
Do you think
is there a way to help like raise the prices? Like, is there
not necessarily. Okay. I mean, a lot of it comes down to economics. So supply and demand. If there's a limited supply of Bitcoin and the demand increases around the world for it, there's got to be something that affects the price.
So just word of mouth of just educating people and getting them to trust.
Yeah, the thing is kind of trustless. So it's not like they have to trust an individual or a central authority. It's everyone has access to this. Everyone's Bitcoin is going to be, the same Bitcoin all over the world. So it's not going to be something that you could have kind of an intervention like you see with the United States printing more US dollars.
Which is amazing for my lifestyle because I travel the world
all the time,
like all over the place. So this is going to be like perfect in my alley for, traveling. My fiance is from Ireland. So it's like we travel a ton.
Exactly. So, and he can set up a Binance UK or Binance Jersey account, and then you can put in pounds or you can take out pounds. You've got to pay, rent somewhere on the other side of the world. You can ask if they can receive it in crypto. You can even use like BUSD as a stable coin for US dollars. So if you're like, ooh, the volatility of Bitcoin, I don't necessarily want that to be my rent check. Or a vacation home somewhere else. You can use a stable coin that would be the same dollar equivalent, but it's digital, so it can move quickly. So like I sent about $12 of this BUSD to our counterparts that are in India running an exchange, and I was like, go buy the team snacks, and it gets to them like in 5 minutes or so, and it's incredible. They just cashed it out. They've got snack money, and they're like, this is courtesy of our U.S. counterparts over in Binance US. So there is going to be some, huge aspects. Your life is so global. Your life is involving all different currencies. You end up with like a really heavy change purse, but B, like a lot of lost additional fees, additional pain points along the way when you're that global and moving around.
Yeah, it's easier transaction and less stress and time, and this will be easier to travel. Like my life.
We were wondering when you traveled playing. Did you have to go to money changers around the world?
All the time. All the time. Yeah, and then you'd always have this extra stuff. So literally in the airport, you just buy whatever you could. You're like, what do I do? Does it throw it away? Do I buy something? So this will be amazing, especially just even the professional athletes traveling. From the U.S. overseas and playing, it's just going to be easier to transfer
it back in.
Transfer the money from parents, sending stuff over. It's like this is amazing.
Yeah, you name it. How many young athletes there are out there that their parents are still sending them the funds? They're not all of them get the Nike contract at 14 years old, right?
No, absolutely.
Or Adidas.
There's a bunch of girls that are playing over in England and, talking to their parents and trying to figure out ways to send things over. So this is,
how do I get my money faster? That was my whole life. I left when I was 20 and moved to Hong Kong. And, my first paycheck wasn't $1. It was a Hong Kong dollar. And I was like, what does this do?
Now what?
Yeah. I hated Christmas presents because my mom's like, all right, now you got to, buy Christmas presents. So I'm like, oh, but I'm losing money on the Hong Kong dollar, on the flight, on the everything.
Yeah. I was
like, isn't my presence enough, Mom? No, but that shouldn't be a barrier to people taking those opportunities. That shouldn't be the limitation that says, okay, I could stay home, earn a paycheck. It'd be so much more convenient than moving my entire self somewhere around the world to experience another culture, another side of the world, more access, more opportunity, really, wherever you can go find it. It shouldn't be a financial burden to you. Yeah.
Right.
And that's something that I think was really the passion behind me finding that crypto could let me live that type of life and welcome more people to live it without having the burdens of being, penalized for taking such risks. That's not how athletes work. We don't take risks to get penalized.
No, we take risks to get forward, right?
We want that. We want that gold medal. We didn't do this to damage our ACLs.
Right.
And if we did that, we work hard to train and get back.
Exactly.
So those are some of the incredible things that I think that at least influenced my life and how I'm thinking about where crypto can lead us to.
Yeah.
And especially the people,
like, amazing.
Well, I mean, it came down to when I was like a young athlete back in the day, there was a worry that I would never be good enough for it to pay my life, pay for my lifestyle. And so I said, okay, you've got to tone back sports and take on schoolwork to then, go into business, go into finance. You've got to take these like really competitive jobs in order to live a life that you wanted to live.
Right.
But had I had an opportunity to invest earlier on and stay training and stay competitive in sports, you could almost live both those lives. And so I think crypto is going to be a huge kind of opener for people to say, I can live one life while still not fall behind financially. And you can do it 24/7. You can do it from your home, from your cell phone, from your computer. It's super accessible, and it'll just be able to make people not have to be forced into decisions, I think. And that's a huge sign of success for me, is when you have options and you don't have to be forced into making certain decisions.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you have the opportunity to continue to grow. You have somewhere to go. You just don't put your money and then forget about it.
Yeah.
That's what I love. Is I wish I knew early on, because obviously being a female athlete, and yes, we earn money, but just not the rate that the male athlete is. So we do have to invest. We do have to, put money out there, because as we're playing for the United States of America, we didn't have a retirement program. Like, I played 19 years with no retirement. So, you put time in and you walk away. So I did have to invest, and now I'm continuing to invest. Now this is the right way to go in my mind right now, is like, I'm in control, and I like to be, in control of that destiny. Yes, there's bumps along the road, like anything, in the process and in sports, but like, you learn from those, and then you kind of move on and you grow and you get better. So this is exciting.
Do you guys talk about that ever? Like, after practice, be like, hey, have you guys thought of investing, or what are you using? Who's your broker?
Well, early on we didn't, because it was just like,
it was taboo.
We don't do it, like, make it and, like, move on. We don't talk about it. Now it's definitely come to a level of like, making sure that you're putting money aside for, your investments and your taxes and, your retirement, and like who you're using. And, like, I've just been using a financial advisor since 97, but like, I trust the voice, but I also want to educate myself. And that's what's so,
be like, okay,
this opportunity is like, now I'm actually in control, and I can look at it every day. It's right there on my phone.
You can look at it every day. The fees are really transparent. You can compare them against everyone else. We're the lowest fees in America. We shouldn't have to pay additional fees for things that you don't need. Yeah, right. I mean, I built it with us in mind. It was like,
well done.
Do we want these high fees? Does it make sense? Does it make me want to be more actively trading this if I'm going to be penalized with these high fees along the way? Where else do you think we can build out this conversation? I think, you hit the nail on the head. These teams, team playing sports are not having these conversations enough. We've got a lot of downtime here in quarantine where sports are kind of on stall. People are still training, but now we can start training financially.
Right. No, I think it's just that word of mouth. And honestly, it's about the education piece of making people aware of what Bitcoin is and how to become a part of it and, read up on it and, make a simple investment, almost like I did today, like just something small and then grow from there. You're not asking to put like all your money into something. You're like, you just put a little bit in and you get more comfortable with it and see how easy it is and how safe it is. Like the cool thing is that you don't have an identity, like you're really like a number, right? So it's like you can do it as you go. And I think that's what's encouraging. And, there's no fear behind it. I think a lot of times, especially in sports, you have that fear of the unknown, but like this, there's no unknown. Like it's so easy and it's safe and you're in control. So go after it.
Yeah. When you're on the road, it's not like you have to be in the same time zone as your broker.
Right.
It's like, it's 2 a.m. I can't sleep. I'm going to check the price a little. All right.
Right.
It's all up to you.
Yeah.
So I think those are some of the awesome things. Yeah. We're going to really be able to, as you said, kind of even the playing field or level the playing field, get financially fit and, get skin in the game.
Yeah,
That's the first step.
I think as a female, like you could do it. Like you don't need somebody else to manage your money. Like you're earning it. Like you should be able to like do with what you want. And this is the perfect scenario to get started.
I think you might have just come up with the next ad campaign. If Nike's was just do it, women is just, you can do it.
You do it.
Bitcoin, you can do it. That's awesome. I might have to ask for their, license if I'm too close to their marketing campaign. But Binance US, you can do it.
You can do it.
It's not that hard and available for everyone.
It's available. It's easy. It's consistent. You're reliable. Right from your home, especially during this pandemic. It's so easy just to sit in your kitchen or your computer in your living room and do it.
We're going to keep putting out pieces of education, letting people know more about the actual digital assets that are available, letting them know about the different trading strategies that certain people have, what other features we have within our app. We have that easy buy sell button that you just tried today. So there's the easy buy sell. Then there's ways where you can go in and leave actual orders in the market. So if you're looking to actually put in different levels where you wanted to buy. So if you wanted to buy whenever it got below a certain level, you could leave in orders and those will execute for you. Or if you're like, ooh, if it gets to a certain price, just take me out of the game. I'm good. Like that's enough. That's enough. Yeah. I didn't think I'd make it to varsity. I'm out. So we've got that as well as another portal on our website called the OTC portal, which is actually called over-the-counter trading. And that's if you wanted to do, buy and sells larger than $10,000 at one go. Okay. So, work your way up to there if you're feeling like it, but these are all the opportunities available for folks, but we just make the access easy. All the decisions are yours and you control it.
Okay. Love it.
Awesome.